Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Sallallahu ala Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Assalamu alaikum, my dear brothers and sisters and beloved children. In chapter 13, Raat, verse number 28, Allah says, "Verily, in the remembrance of Allah do hearts find peace." Allah says, the food for the ruh is the love of Allah and His Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Now, some of us can deny and tell me that the food for the ruh is our prayers, salah. The food for the ruh is the tilawat of Quran. The food is good deeds. There is no denial to salah, good deeds, and tilawat of Quran being the food for the ruh. But I would say that they are the vessels, the pots in which you place the food and present. How do we eat our physical food? We serve it in vessels, pots, and plates. These are the containers, the utensils. The food is placed in these pots and utensils to serve. You can't eat the utensils itself. Only the food has to be eaten. That which is kept inside the vessels, the utensils, we call it food, and that has to be eaten. Namaz, Roza, Hajj, Tilawat and Zakat and Amal, all these are the containers of the food that is to be served for the ruh. Allah has placed His remembrance in these vessels and is offering us the food. And if you remove the utensils, the parts, and just keep the food alone on the dining table, is it fit enough to be eaten? No, right? Without the utensils, the food becomes dirty. The food can't remain clean and safe. If you throw the food on the floor and offer someone to eat, will they take it? No. For the food to be clean and safe, you need utensils, pots, and vessels. The same way, to keep the remembrance of Allah pure, clean, and safe, we need these utensils that are in the form of prayers, fast, good deeds, Hajj, Zakat, and Ibadah. The utensil and the food both have their unique and special role to play. The same way how we take fruits, for example, we remove the rind or husk of the fruit and we eat only the pulp. Banana, if you see, you don't eat the banana peel, you only eat its pulp. That which is edible is only the pulp. Almonds, walnuts, you remove the outer layer and eat the inner part of it. Then someone can very well question, if you eat only the pulp, why do we even need these husks and peels and skin in the first place? If you keep the pulp open, in an hour's time, the pulp will turn black in color. So the husk, the skin is needed to protect the pulp from turning color. Some of us are only after the outer aspects of worship. Some of us are only after the inner aspects of worship. But you can't do away without both. Just like how a body is the outer aspect of man and the ruh is his inner aspect, the same way the prayers, the fast, the zakat, the hajj, the sunnah are all very much essential and are vehicles, the utensils to carry the love of Allah and His Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And if someone argues that I love Allah and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam above anything else in this whole world, but I am lazy to perform salah, weak to fast, and find it difficult to do tilawat of Quran, I am spiritual but not religious. His deen is incomplete. If we want our deen to be complete, then both its outer and inner aspects are very much essential. Just like how a banana becomes inedible without its peel, and it is still inedible if only peel is present and pulp is missing, the same way love of Allah and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam are the food for our ruh. But the utensils in which these food can be kept and served are salah, fasts, Tilawat-e-Quran, Hajj, Zakat and all righteous deeds. In chapter number 13, Raat, verse number 28, Allah says, "Verily, in the remembrance of Allah do hearts find peace." Allah Himself says that the food of our hearts is His remembrance. He didn't say it's Salah, Saum, Zakat, Tilawat. He says, mindless salam, mindless som, aimless zakat without the remembrance of Allah is just like eating the peel of banana, leaving its pulp. My dear brothers and sisters, let's train our hearts to consume the love of Allah while performing all the acts of worship. Let's train ourselves to be in the remembrance of Allah and His love 24 by 7. Let's bond with our Creator and our Huzur Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam through Salat, Saum, Tilawat, and Durood. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
الجبار المتكبر الجبار المتكبر الجبار